Before we start, please take note of our risk warning. Our investment products and services are not suitable for everyone. It is possible to lose all or part of your investment. For leveraged products trading, it is possible to lose more than your initial deposit. Trading on margin carries a higher level of risk, and it is possible to be required to deposit additional funds. You should not invest money you cannot afford to lose. I understand, and we all understand here at FCI Markets, that most aspiring traders, just like me back in the day, have a day job, and that's something that is overlooked. It is something that is essential to your success, because while you are going up the learning curve, you do need something that will pay your bills, that will keep pressure off, because the moment you are under pressure to perform is the moment your trading will start to suffer tremendously. So you need to focus on the process, on learning, and on trading consistently, on taking note of the statistics that you're able to generate through your trading, and then with a certain degree of consistency, you can approach us for funding, start small, build up your account, and then at a certain point, you will be able to make that transition and say, okay, now I have the capability to trade full-time. But it is essential that while you are learning, in these first stages, you do not put that kind of pressure on yourself. It is essential that you maintain your day job, that you maintain whatever will pay your bills while you learn. And the FCI Advantage, offering you institutional grade analysis to assist your decision-making process, is part and parcel with your becoming a consistent trader. We want to facilitate your life and your trading as much as possible. So with every live account, we offer a complimentary subscription to 3C Analysis. Now, I work with FCI Markets, but I am also an analyst at 3C Analysis. So whenever you get in touch with me through FCI Markets, know that you can also talk to me about 3C Analysis or any calls that we've made, because I work alongside Steve Lucas, who is the chief analyst, and we are all here invested in your success. These signals that we send out are an institutional level service, and we send them to around 30 institutional clients, such as central banks, we have investment banks, we have brokerage houses, we have professional traders and family offices, and now we are offering through FCI Markets 3C Analysis to you. This is what the dashboard looks like when you log in to the 3C client area. We cover 27 instruments, and we send our analysis each morning ahead of the London Open. So that is by usually 7:30, 7:45 a.m. Central European Time, so that's 6:30, 6:45 a.m. London time. We send out the analysis on a daily, weekly, and even quarterly levels. And we update the calls throughout the day based on the strength of the signal. If the signal is strengthening or weakening, or whether nothing is happening, we always update the signals so you realize in real time what's happening. Getting these signals, you benefit from over 50 years experience between Steve and myself. There is a consistent methodology, so it is a rules-based model that you will be using. And the other thing is, it's been made by traders for traders. This is not just a technical analysis tool. This is a trader's view of intermarket relationships and flows and momentum. This is what a typical call looks like. You always have 3 charts. There's always going to be, for the daily calls, there's going to be a daily, a weekly, and a 4-hour chart, more or less. You're going to have the chart display, and here you're going to have the supports and resistances. Now, these are key price levels. These are not pivot points. These are key price levels that we believe are important for one reason or another. This is the direction of the call, and these are the quick references for the intraday, the weekly, and the quarterly calls. And this is the analysis for you. So what I want you to know in particular is that we take into consideration a large amount of information, and we pay attention to many different studies, both technical and intermarket and of other nature, but we condense everything into a clear, concise, and consistent format that is readily understandable, whether you are a professional trader or a beginner So what I want you to focus on is how we distill this information and how we utilize the only technical tools and price points that you see applied on our charts. We use intermarket analysis, and that's why this tool will help you, because all that work that I explained in the third video for you on intercepting capital flows, well, we do that for you. Every call here takes into consideration the intermarket flows and intermarket movement of that given day and given week. So it's incorporated into this. Then we are momentum followers. We don't fight momentum. So the work that you were doing in the second video to understand momentum, this is already done for you in the analysis. The directional call takes into consideration the intermarket movement and momentum. It's showing you and it's teaching you how to adopt and how to utilize those tools in tandem. And then there are a few classical technical tools that we use. For example, moving averages, because moving averages do assist in identifying trends, and they can be dynamic support and resistance tools. And the only moving averages that we use are the 13 daily moving average, the 50 daily moving average, the 200 and the 100 daily moving average. That's all. We don't use anything different. Nothing complex. We have to keep things simple. The other thing that we use are prior session levels. As you see here, the levels that we are highlighting are usually previous days or weeks highs and lows. Occasionally there will be a Marabuzzo line, which is basically the half point of the open and close of a long candle, an extended range candle, which often acts as support or resistance. But these are very few tools used in a consistent manner time over time, and they bring with them, and the way that we use it brings with us a consistent track record of picking the direction for the day, for the week, or for the quarter. Now let me talk to you a bit about Steve Lucas. He is the owner and the chief analyst at 3C Analysis. So Steve started trading as the Big Bang occurred in the UK in the early 80s. He's traded all asset classes, initially fixed income, then spot and forward FX, including with proprietary trading of every market, and which he still does today. He has run trading and sales in the Los Angeles and New York offices of one of the major Australian banks. In year 2000, he joined Dresner Kleinwort to expand their research department in the technical analysis area. The success of the venture prompted clients to suggest going independent, which he did in 2005. And clients had a need for this analysis, which was tailored to trading. Not just typical complex technical analysis, but an actual trading-oriented analysis, which had a more pragmatic approach rather than just a textbook one. And that's what differentiates this analysis. This is what the directional analysis overview looks like. And I showed you this already in the previous video. And now let me suggest some ways to use the analysis. So first things first, it will help you outsource your analysis and directional bias. So each morning, when you sit down to decide what you're going to do today, you don't need to go through the intermarket analysis and momentum drills. They're done for you. When you have time, you can observe and learn and practice on your own, but on a daily basis, you can just delegate the directional call to the tool. You can also use it to diversify across markets and strategies, because oftentimes with a day job, you don't have time to follow different markets. And instead, sometimes, the best calls aren't on the euro, for example, or on just one currency pair that's your favorite. Sometimes the best calls are on equities, or they might be on crude oil, they might be on gold. So by following all these markets, you have the choice to pick the markets that are either trending the best, or that look the best, or offering the clearest signal. The third thing is that this is an objective and unbiased analysis. Now, we're not working for banks, we don't have our own agenda, we are just trying to put out there the best possible call that we can based on our experience as traders. You can, for example, select the best trade each day or week, so the clear signal. You could just focus on that. You could only just focus on markets that you understand. One thing, for example, that I like, that one of our clients does, is use the weekly call as a main trend filter, and just trade the daily calls that are in that direction. Or have your own definition of trend and just trade the daily calls in that direction. Basically, what I'm saying is that by using 3C analysis, the only things you need to focus on are the fun parts. The trade entry, and that's where most traders spend most of their time trying to identify the best entry mechanisms or entry levels, and the trade management. And to help you with the trade management, the calls are updated during the day. So if the signal is strengthening, then we will give you updates. If nothing's happening, you'll also notice that too, because you won't receive any updates and you might check to see what's going on. So basically, we just leave the fun parts up to you and we do the rest. One last invitation. I want you to take advantage of 3C analysis. I want you to experience it firsthand. So go over to fci-markets.co.uk, open up a live account, and then select what trading platform you prefer. And after that, you will start receiving your 3C analysis, and your trading will never be the same for the better. We are always happy to hear from you. If you have any questions about this or any comments, just write to us at client.support@fci-markets.co.uk, or give us a call, or even come and visit us at our headquarters directly if you're in the UK. We love to hear from you. We're just committed to your success 100%.